Hey you guys, this is Yesenia from WriterMom.net, and here I am today, and I wanted to take a few minutes to just take you through the Dream Year Planner. So this is my planner for 2019. This is a planner that I designed as an indie author, and honestly, just as a mom too, with lots to manage. Um, and so many goals I want to reach, and the planners that I had seen out there weren't quite what I needed. So I basically took this matter into my own hands last year, and I came up with the Creative Mom Planner. This year I've kind of revamped it a little bit, made some changes, made it even better. It's more streamlined than ever before, and it's been renamed as the Dream Year Planner. If you want to go ahead and find out more about it, you can find out all the information, screenshots, purchase links, all of that good stuff at writermom.net/planner. Um, but I just wanted to take a few minutes to take you through the whole planner myself, so that if you've been on the fence about it, or if you just want to find out if this is right for you, you can make an informed decision. And so yeah, I'm just going to take you through all the pages, not hold anything back, and let you see exactly what's inside it. I have two versions available. One is the digital PDF version, and that's like basically this. You'll get a PDF that you can print as you want, as you see fit, and you can put that into your own planner or binder. Or you can, what I have is the paper version, and you can order that, and the shipping can be as cheap as media mail, so just like $3 or $4 depending on where you live. Um, and it's $25 plus shipping. The digital version is $15, and you get it right away. Obviously, with the paper version, you just pick however fast you want to get it. Um, but it's a pretty affordable option for such, like, honestly, such an amazing tool that made all the difference for me. And just 1 week into the new year is already making an even bigger difference for me. Like this year, I can already tell um, that it's going to be an even bigger year for me. So I'm really excited to share this with you, and then you can decide if it's right for you, or if your brain works differently and it's not for you. That's cool too. If you have any questions for me, um, go ahead and leave them below in the comments, whether you're on the blog or on YouTube, or you can also email me hello@writermom.net. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. If you happen to hear my kids in the background or the movie they're watching, that's what that is. So if they come over here and you hear kids shrieking, that's what that is. But we're just gonna power on through and see if we can finally get this video done. So this is just the title page. Let me zoom in a little bit. Um, and the first few pages are just reflection about the last year, just to kind of get you thinking, get your mind primed for what you want in the next year without like forgetting what didn't work in 2018, what did work in 2018. Just kind of get you thinking about all of that. So what are some of the best things that happened? What worked? What didn't work? What you learned from that? Um, what did I learn? What am I most grateful for from 2018? What made me happy in 2018? Like, all of these are really good things to consider as you go into the next year and start thinking about what direction you're going to go in. Are you going to step back from this? Are you going to start doing that? Are you going to stop doing this? All that. So what do I want for 2019? How do I want to feel? What would a breakthrough year look like for me? What are my biggest goals for 2019? What will I give up to make 2019 my best year ever? Also, a very important question, especially if you have a lot going on in your life and not all of it is serving you. What will I start doing to make 2019 my best year ever? What's my theme or word for 2019? How will I live this theme in 2019? So I had a blast the other day just kind of going through this and just journaling my heart out and everything. But I mean, you can do bullet points, paragraphs, whatever you want. And then morning routine, I left a space here because, um, what do you want to happen in the morning? I do a miracle morning, so I kind of jot out rough times, and or at least just a list if you don't have a specific time, if life can be crazy, if you have a day job and your routine changes, but jot down a list of what you want to do in the morning, self-care, miracle morning, anything like that. Um, evening routine, same thing. Like, your awesome, like your best day ever really starts with the night before. So I jotted down an evening routine and I'm trying to follow that. And so it could be, a certain time that you want to get into bed, maybe a time range. Do you want to read a book? Do you want to journal? Anything like that. Um, and then I have like, this is more of like a work schedule, like a daily work schedule. So I've just been jotting down, um, I'm gonna write from this time to this time. This block of time is for editing or outlining. This other block of time is for marketing and advertising, and then this time is, you know, catch up on anything, and after that the workday ends. So that's what I've been using that for. But you can do time blocking, or maybe you can do Mondays and Tuesdays is for this, or Wednesdays and Fridays is for that, anything like that. If you just want to keep like a template to refer to, and then put it in your Google Calendar. Weekly schedule, again, if you like doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday for this, Tuesday, Thursday for that, you can make a note of that there. And of course, like mine took up like half the page, and then probably when the summer comes, I'll probably have a slightly different schedule. This is where your quarterly planning happens. So your first quarter goals, try to think of 3 things that you want to accomplish, or just however you want to do this really. Um, I just made a few different goals for my different areas of my life. So I have some goals for self-care, a few goals for my YA fiction, but you can just really just use this entire page to jot down what you want to accomplish this quarter. Try to keep it realistic. That's why we're breaking the year down into 4 parts, and we're just going to focus on the first 3 months. So maybe for you that's 1 book, maybe that's 3 books, maybe it's, you know, anything like that. Just try to think what you want to do this quarter. And then there's a handy calendar right here also for the quarter if you want to block out dates, you're going to be on vacation, or your kids are out from school, or there's a birthday or other family event. You can just block that off. You can also use highlighters or color code what books you want to work on when, maybe through January you're going to work on this, and February on that, like all that kind of stuff. And then here's like a review just so you can see how it went, what worked, did you reach your goals or not, just so you can know how to pivot for the next 3 months. So and then here's the second quarter, same thing. Mid-year review, again, just to check in on the first half of 2019, see how things are going. Did you just completely go off track? Did something big happen? Anything like that, anything you need to take into account so you can finish the year strong. So that's the goal for those pages. Third quarter goals, review, fourth quarter goals, calendar, review, and end of year review. So how did the whole year go? What did you learn? Again, just get you thinking, reflecting, figuring out what worked, what didn't work, what any changes for next year. Are you going to level up again? And then here we start with our monthly pages. So, and I already have ideas of how I'm going to improve this for next year, but what I love using these pages for is jotting down my daily word counts in here. So I'll jot it down here, like at the bottom, just down here. Oops. And then I've also started using these to organize my newsletter swap. So I'll write that down at the top. So-and-so newsletter swap, and then down here my word count. You can also use this as an editorial calendar if you have a blog or a podcast or a YouTube channel. Jot down, if every Wednesday you have a podcast episode or a blog post that goes out, you can jot down what you're gonna be talking about, what you're gonna be writing about. So that's something else. There's lots of possibilities with this. You can write down birthdays, or maybe you have a personal calendar for that. I know I do, but this is just so flexible. And then I also added a tracker down here. So I just wrote down one that everybody should have, and that's a mailing list. So at the beginning of the month, you come in here and jot down how many subscribers you have, and then at the end of the month, how many you have by then. And just so you can kind of see throughout the month and throughout the year how much your mailing list is growing. You can also have like a YouTube channel, a podcast, Facebook group, Facebook page, Twitter, anything like that that you want to track. You have up to 5 spaces here to see how things are growing. So here's your monthly to-do list. So you can take those quarterly goals and just think of like, okay, if I want to write a book this quarter, then I need to maybe draft most of the book this month. So maybe I need to draft 50,000 words for that this month. And I need to start thinking about the launch plan. And I need to look for an editor. And I need to look for a cover designer. And just anything like that. So you just jot it down here. You have lots of space. And then you got some space for review at the end of the month. You come back, you check off what you did, and you think about, how you did and why that is and all of that. So, and then this is the weekly page. So again, I like to break things down. So I go back to my monthly goals, no matter what week of the month I'm in. If I'm halfway through the month, at the beginning of the week, I sit down and I look back. Okay, so what happened last week? Is there anything that I need to transfer over? Is there anything in my monthly goals that I need to start thinking about? And I write it in here. And then again, space for reflection, and then space so that every week um, that you're reviewing your monthly goals and your quarterly goals. Again, just to help you keep staying on track and heading straight towards your goals. That's my 2-year-old, if you can hear her. Okay, daily goals. I love this sheet. So last year this was like over 2 pages, but this year I kind of just condensed it. Okay. Let me grab her sippy cup. Here you go. Okay, so we're back. Okay, so daily goals, like I said, this is a lot streamlined. And what I like about this, some people might be like, these boxes are kind of small, but really it's good because you really need to be focusing on just like a handful of things each day that are going to move your business forward. You don't have time to do 67 things. You don't have, you need to eat and shower and spend time with your family. So there's room here for anywhere from like, I don't know, like a handful of things to do on average each day. For me, I'll go ahead and tell you, for me, the first thing on here is my miracle morning and my 24-hour plan. Then after that, it's my words. I like to list things by priority. So it's my miracle morning and my 24-hour plan, then my words that I need to write for that day, then any outlining or editing I might need to do. Maybe you do that, maybe you don't do that, maybe you just kind of take things one step at a time. And then my marketing, if I'm working on ads. And then usually after those first 3 or 4 things, it's just little things, that are a little bit more flexible, but still need to get checked off. So that's how I do that. And I come in here either the night before or the morning of, and I make that prioritized list. And that way I don't fill it out for the whole week because, what if something drastic happens on Monday? All of a sudden it throws my whole week off. So I like to do that night before or morning of. Just kind of see what my day is going to be like, what I need to do, if I'm behind, if I'm ahead. And you have a little bit of space for notes, maybe if little to-dos pop in to your head for things that you need to do next week, or website information, anything like that. You have a little bit of space there. This week, again, this is just it's just gonna repeat for throughout the month. Got your weekly goals, got your daily goals, and I just cross things out as they get done. And then you're gonna hit the end of the month, which means whenever you reach the new month, you go back to the last month and you go through that process of seeing, okay, how did this month go? Check things off, and then whatever's left, think about that. Or did you try to do too much, or did something happen, or did goals change? And then when I'm done with that, and then fill in your tracker too. A lot of times I go back in and fill in my word counts because I don't always remember to do it like that day or that week. So, and then at the end of the month, I'll just write here at the top, write down my total word count. You could write how much money you made, how much you spent in ads. That's something I want to add in for next year, like little boxes specifically for that. But for now, you can just jot it up here. Total monthly words, total monthly earnings, total monthly expenses. Again, just to keep a bird's eye view of what's happening. And then do the same thing for the next month. Start thinking, is there anything you need to write down in here? Track your beginning of the month numbers so that you can come back later and fill in the end of the month numbers. Think about your goals. Is there anything you need to bring over from the last month to this month? Look at your, every time you have a new monthly page, just check back into your quarterly goals too and see if there's anything that you need to start doing. You can start breaking it down into little tasks and put them in here. So, and that's basically it. So it's just gonna repeat like that, and then at the very end there are some notes pages. So you have several pages here just to take notes. I've been taking a course, so I've been jotting down notes here. I have some overall big yearly goals I want to accomplish. I wrote those down here, just like 5 things that I want to do. What else did I put in here? You can put in daily affirmations here just so that they're easy to refer to. Just anything like that that you need to have handy. Maybe your best keywords for ads, you know, anything like that you can come in here and just have. So that's basically it, you guys. So that's the Dream Year Planner. Again, you can find out more about it at writermom.net/planner, and you can find out more about it. Figure out how to order it from there. You'll have purchase links for the digital or the paper version. If you have any questions at all, feel free to email me hello@writermom.net or leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you. But yeah, if you decide to get this, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be as awesome for you as it was for me. It really helped me level up and keep everything straight in my head for what I needed to do. Like, okay, if I want to do this by the end of the year or by the end of the quarter, what do I need to do this month? What do I need to do this week? What do I need to do today to like stay on track towards my goals and just keep moving every day, even if it's just one thing at a time. And you know, especially as a mom, or if you have other things going on, if you have a day job, it just really helps keep everything in one place, and so that you don't feel like you have 3,000 tabs open inside your mind. And so yeah, just for me, it helps me also just not be overwhelmed. So, because if I just try to make a list of things I need to do, it's easily going to get to, you know, 20, 30, 40 things. And it's like, okay, I just need to focus on today. So this planner really just helps me focus on day by day what I need to do without getting overwhelmed. And then when even half of those things happen, because maybe something happened and, you know, life happens, and I still feel like the day was a win. And then on the days where I get 90 to 100% of my things done on my to-do list, that's definitely a win. And this planner just helps me just win every day, and keep getting closer to my goals. So, and really figure out what those goals are. So thank you guys so much. Again, writermom.net/planner if you want to learn more.